Imagine this. You're scrolling deep inside the dark web, past the scams, the drug markets, the fake hitman ads. And then, a strange listing catches your eye. Shoes of the dead. Do not buy unless you're ready. A pair of worn-out leather shoes. No brand, no size. Just one chilling note. Made from what should have stayed buried. People whisper that whoever wears them disappears. Others claim they hear footsteps at night, even when they're alone. Some swear the shoes whisper back, as if the dead are still walking in them. This isn't just another dark web rumor. This is the legend of the shoes of the dead. And tonight, we uncover every secret. The story of the shoes of the dead doesn't begin on the dark web. It begins in history's darkest chapters. Some researchers trace them back to the 1940s, claiming they were artifacts from Nazi concentration camps. Survivors whispered of shoes made from human remains, grotesque reminders of cruelty and suffering. But there's another theory. In Eastern Europe, legends tell of a cult called the Stitched Ones. They believed binding human skin into clothing created a bridge between the living and the dead. Followers stitched fragments into shoes, claiming they could walk with the spirits. And then there's the modern theory that these shoes were never ancient at all, but a twisted art project from the 1990s. Whatever the truth, one thing remains clear. Suffering clings to them. The first modern encounter appeared in 2012. A user bought the shoes from a hidden marketplace. His posts were short, unsettling. They smell like they've been buried. I hear creaking when I'm alone. My dog won't go near them. One photo showed them at the foot of his bed, but behind the shoes, a faint human silhouette, tall, unmoving. The next day, his account vanished. No explanation, no goodbye. It was as if the shoes erased him from existence. Every owner spoke of one terrifying detail, the whispers. At night, faint voices seep from the shoes. Not full words, just sighs, fragments of names. Sometimes the whispers are so soft you wonder if you imagined them. But then, they return, closer, colder. One man left a recording. At first, silence. Then, a whisper, "Get out." Seconds later, the recording ends in a scream. No one has seen him since. Experts suggest the shoes are vessels for souls who died in agony. Skeptics dismiss it, but one pattern never changes. Every witness goes silent. The shoes reappear every few years, always on different markets. Each buyer's story follows the same pattern: excitement, fear, disappearance. A woman in France heard footsteps in her apartment every night at 3:15 a.m. A man in Canada reported his windows blowing open at the same time each night. And then, the shoes reappeared online, as if they were choosing their next victim. As the legend spread, one chilling expansion emerged. The shoes don't just take lives, they collect souls. Owners said whispers multiplied. One voice, then two, then dozens. By the final nights, it sounded like a crowd. Some saw faces stretching across the leather. Others felt cold hands gripping their ankles. One message before deletion read, "They're not shoes. They're prisons. Every step tightens the stitching." Some occult researchers tie the shoes to an ancient ritual. The ritual said, the skin of the dead must be cut, bound into something worn. The wearer becomes the carrier of the trapped soul. But if the shoes are passed on, the soul is freed, and the next owner becomes the prisoner. So the question remains, are the shoes haunted, or are the shoes alive? So the shoes of the dead real? A scam? Or the most cursed object online? One truth remains. Cursed objects feed on curiosity. The more you search, the closer they come. So if one night, scrolling the dark web, you see shoes of the dead for sale, would you buy them? If this story kept you awake tonight, subscribe for more. Because in the shadows of the internet, hundreds of cursed objects are waiting to be uncovered. But remember, some things, once worn, never come off.